Chosen one, stop doing it, no matter the cost. You already feel it in your spirit, don't you? That small, persistent whisper deep inside, warning you. That uneasy feeling every time you repeat that cycle, return to that situation, or entertain the same draining energies. You've been ignoring it, convincing yourself that maybe it's not that serious. Maybe it's just in your head. But this is your confirmation. It is real. And the cost of ignoring it is greater than you can afford. This is a divine warning, one that cannot be overlooked. The spiritual realm is shifting, and you are being called into something higher, something greater, something that demands the absolute best version of you. But you cannot step into your destiny while holding on to the very things that are draining your soul. You have poured into people who only take. You have stayed in places where your energy was not honored. You have held on to habits that no longer serve you. And every time you do, it chips away at your spirit, keeps you bound to a reality far beneath the one you were meant to live. Chosen one, this is the moment you must decide. You cannot afford to keep feeding what is killing you. You cannot afford to keep tolerating what is dimming your light. You cannot afford to keep playing with fire and acting surprised when you get burned. Because here's the truth. You have already outgrown these things. You are not the same person you once were. And the reason you feel the discomfort, the resistance, the tension, it's because you are forcing yourself to fit into a space that can no longer contain you. You are meant to rise. But rising requires release. And if you refuse to let go, if you insist on holding on to what God is trying to remove, the consequences will only get heavier. This is your final warning. Stop doing it, no matter the cost. Do you understand what is at stake? Do you truly grasp the weight of this moment? The cost of staying where you are is greater than the fear of letting go. And if you don't listen now, the universe will have no choice but to strip it away from you. Think about every time you ignored a sign, every time you felt a nudge in your spirit but dismissed it, every time you saw red flags, but you stayed anyway. What happened? Did things get better? Or did the pain deepen? Did the lesson become harsher? Did the loss become even greater? Because the universe doesn't whisper forever. There comes a point when whispers turn into shouts, when gentle warnings turn into undeniable storms, when ignoring the message costs you everything. This is that moment, chosen one. There is no more time for hesitation. Look around you. The energy is shifting. People are being removed from your life. Situations are becoming uncomfortable. Doors that once seemed open are suddenly closing. This is not a coincidence. This is divine alignment at work. But you have a choice. You can either surrender to the shift or resist it and suffer the consequences. Because make no mistake, the path you choose right now will determine everything that happens next. If you keep entertaining what drains you, you will continue to feel depleted. If you keep forcing what is no longer meant for you, you will keep feeling stuck. If you keep engaging with people who do not align with your higher purpose, your spirit will continue to ache. But if you release, if you trust, if you walk away from what is no longer serving you, you will be free. The weight will lift, the doors will open, the path will clear, and you will finally step into the divine reality that was meant for you all along. But you must decide, right here, right now. Are you going to hold on to what is breaking you, or are you going to step into the divine path that has been waiting for you? If this message is speaking to your soul, this is your confirmation. Chosen one, it is time to activate your faith. It is time to align yourself with divine energy. It is time to declare that you are stepping into your highest path. Right now, in the comments, type, I choose to release. I choose alignment. I choose divine favor. Because when you speak it, you claim it. And when you claim it, the universe moves in your favor. Like this video if you feel this message in your spirit. Share it with another chosen one who needs this warning. And if you haven't already, subscribe, because the messages that are coming next will change your life. You are chosen, you are powerful, and now it is time to move. Chosen one, listen closely. This is the moment where everything becomes clear. The reason why your spirit has been restless. The reason why certain people have been removed from your life. The reason why things that once felt familiar now feel like a burden. You have been trapped in a cycle that is not yours to carry, a loop that keeps you tied to old versions of yourself, versions that no longer fit who you are becoming. You have entertained energies that drain you. You have poured into people who were never meant to hold space for you. You have stayed connected to environments that keep you small. And with every time you ignored the divine nudges, your soul became heavier. But now you see the pattern, you feel the weight of it all, and deep inside you know it is time to break free. You can no longer keep doing what drains you. You can no longer keep tolerating what breaks you. You can no longer keep holding on to what God has been trying to remove. Because the truth is, you have already been set apart. You have already been chosen for something greater. And that means you cannot operate like the rest of the world. You cannot go where they go. You cannot do what they do. You cannot live at the same frequency as those who are still asleep. Your soul is waking up. Your spirit is pulling you towards something higher. But you must choose to rise. You must choose to stop engaging in cycles that delay your destiny. You must choose to stop fighting for connections that were never meant to last. You must choose to stop feeding the things that are starving you, because the moment you do, everything will shift. You have spent too much time doubting yourself, second-guessing the path that has already been written for you. Too much time wondering if you are making the right decision. Too much time questioning the signs, the nudges, the moments of clarity that come to you in whispers. But here is what you need to know. Divine truth does not come in confusion. When God is speaking to you, when the universe is revealing the next step, it will not be wrapped in chaos or uncertainty. It will be clear. It will be undeniable. It will feel like peace. And right now that peace is calling you. You have been standing at the edge of a great shift, but fear has tried to hold you back. Fear of the unknown. Fear of what might happen if you walk away from what is familiar. Fear of stepping into something new without knowing every detail. But hear this, chosen one. You were never meant to have all the answers before taking the leap. That is not how faith works. That is not how divine alignment moves. You must walk by faith, not by sight. You must trust that what is ahead of you is far greater than what you are leaving behind. You must know, with everything in you, that you are not walking alone. There is a plan for your life, and even if you cannot see every step, the path has already been made. Imagine a child walking with a loving parent. The child does not ask, "Where is the next meal coming from?" or "How will I make it through the day?" No, the child simply trusts. The child moves forward, knowing they are cared for, knowing they are protected, knowing they are always provided for. That is the level of faith you must step into. You do not need to see the full picture. You only need to take the next step. You only need to trust that the same divine force that has carried you through your darkest days will also guide you into your greatest blessings. So let go of the doubt. Release the fear. Step forward into certainty. Because the moment you do, the doors will open. Chosen one, everything you need is already on its way to you. The blessings, the opportunities, the divine connections, the resources. It is already written. It is already in motion. But here is what you must understand. You cannot receive what is meant for you if you are still holding on to what is not. You cannot make space for new blessings while clinging to old burdens. You cannot step into divine abundance while still entertaining scarcity. You cannot walk into your next level if your hands are still full of things that no longer serve you. And so you must trust. You must trust that every closed door was a divine redirection. You must trust that every ending was making space for something greater. You must trust that God has already gone before you and prepared the way. Because abundance is not something you chase, it is something you align with. The moment you stop forcing, the moment you stop trying to control, the moment you stop doubting whether you are worthy, the floodgates will open. Because your abundance is not something you have to fight for. It is not something you have to beg for. It is your birthright. Chosen one, you are already provided for. So right now, in this moment, let go of the stress. Let go of the worry. Let go of the need to figure it all out on your own. Declare this truth into your spirit. I am divinely guided. I am fully supported. Everything I need is flowing to me with ease. Because the moment you claim it, the universe will move in your favor. The doors are already opening. The path is already clearing. And the abundance that was always meant for you is already on its way. All you have to do is trust. Chosen one, you must understand, your elevation will always come with resistance. The moment you step into your divine power, the moment you break free from cycles meant to keep you small, the moment you stop doing what no longer serves your spirit, people will notice. And not all of them will celebrate you. Some will question you. Some will mock you. Some will try to convince you that you are making a mistake. They will say you have changed, that you think you are better than them, that you are abandoning the things that once kept you connected. But here is what they don't understand. You are not the same. You were never meant to be. The moment you accepted your divine calling, you stepped into a new reality. One where you are no longer moved by the opinions of those who do not walk in the same purpose. One where you no longer seek validation from those who were never meant to understand your path. And that is why you must stand firm, like a lighthouse in the storm, unshaken by the waves crashing around it. Like a mountain that does not bow to the wind, no matter how fiercely it blows. Because what is coming for you cannot be stopped. What is meant for you is already set in motion. They may try to distract you. They may try to plant seeds of doubt. They may try to make you feel guilty for choosing yourself, for choosing peace, for choosing your higher calling. But no human force, no opinion, no judgment, no attack can undo what God has already ordained for you. Chosen one, you are set apart, and nothing can change that. Abundance is not something you chase, it is something you align with. For too long, you have been conditioned to believe that struggle is a requirement, that suffering is noble, that wanting more is selfish. But let me tell you this, you are not meant to just survive. You are meant to thrive. The universe is abundant. Look at nature. Every tree, every river, every season flows in perfect balance, never doubting its own provision. The birds do not worry about their next meal. The ocean does not question if it will have enough water to fill the shore. Why then would you doubt that everything you need is already being prepared for you? Your abundance is not a question of worthiness. It is a question of trust. Do you believe that God will provide for you? Do you believe that you do not have to struggle endlessly just to be worthy of receiving? You are not responsible for forcing the doors open. You are only responsible for walking through them when they appear. The opportunities, the connections, the resources, they will come. But they will not come while you are holding on to fear. They will not come while you are stuck in a mindset of lack. They will not come while you are clinging to the belief that you must earn what has already been promised to you. Chosen one, you are already provided for. Let go of the doubt. Release the scarcity mindset. Step into the truth that your abundance is a divine inheritance, not a reward for suffering. And when you do, the floodgates will open. But this abundance is not just for you. You are not being blessed just so you can live in comfort. You are being blessed so that you can be a blessing. What if I told you that your elevation is not just about your success? What if I told you that the wealth, The opportunities, the gifts that are coming to you are meant to uplift many others. Because chosen one, your purpose is greater than yourself. You have a calling that stretches beyond your personal desires. You are here to shift realities, to awaken others, to lead by example. And the more you give, the more you will receive. The more you pour into the world, the more the universe will pour into you. Because true abundance is a cycle, not a destination. It is a river, not a pond. It is meant to flow. And when you embrace this truth, when you stop clinging, stop hoarding, stop fearing lack, your blessings will multiply beyond what you can imagine. You will see how every seed you plant comes back to you tenfold. You will witness how every act of generosity unlocks a new level of divine favor. You will experience firsthand the unstoppable force of divine alignment. Because you were never meant to just receive, you were meant to overflow. This is it, chosen one. The moment where everything shifts. This is not just another message. This is not just another reminder. This is your divine confirmation. You cannot go back. You cannot unsee what has been revealed to you. You cannot return to what you have already outgrown. The doors are opening. The path is clearing. And all that is left for you to do is step forward. Breathe it in. Feel the power of this moment. Recognize that this is not the beginning of your journey. This is the moment where you finally embrace what has already been written for you. Say it now. Say it out loud. I am stepping into my divine path. I am no longer holding back. I am ready to receive everything that is meant for me. Type it in the comments. Write it down. Declare it into the universe. I am chosen. I am aligned. I am unstoppable. Because the moment you speak it, you activate it. Like this video if you feel the shift within you. Share it with another chosen one who needs this message. And if you haven't already, subscribe. Because what is coming next will take you even further. This is not the end. This is only the beginning. And nothing can stop you now.